Intriguingly, the London mayoral election, indeed like borough elections or even parliamentary elections in London, tell us rather less about UK politics than they used to. Time was really up to the 1990s when London's voting patterns were more similar to Great Britain's voting patterns than any other region in the country. But they've diverged since then, with Labour doing far better and the Conservatives substantially and increasingly substantially worse than their national vote shares. So actually, London does tell us things, and it certainly tells us that there's a differentiation between urban, often quite affluent urban voters, and not only in London, who now more and more tend to vote for the Labour Party, whereas the Conservatives now have a lower income, more deprived voter base. This was true at the last election. And that, of course, in the so-called Red Wall has created an entirely new dynamic in British politics outside London, because those areas in the north of England, particularly the northwest and the east and west Midlands, are seen as marginal. So when it comes to the mayoral election, all the polling suggests it's going to be very hard for Sean Bailey, the Conservative candidate, to overhaul Sadiq Khan. But if we look up to Birmingham West Midlands, where Andy Street, the incumbent Conservative, is facing Liam Byrne, former Chief Secretary to the Treasury in the most recent Labour government, that is a very important contest in telling us how far the two major parties are doing in the Midlands. Something similar is true of the Ben Houchen incumbency in the Tees Valley mayoralty, where that's very marginal as well. So intriguingly, there are mayoralties outside London, as indeed are some of the county election results when we see them in places like Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire and Lancashire, that will probably tell us more about the state of British politics than London. But coming back to London, of course, given the visibility of the mayor of London and the two previous mayors before Sadiq Khan, Ken Livingstone and Boris Johnson, they all are well-known national figures. So, the scale and importance of London, the future of its economy post-COVID, will give London an importance, particularly given the challenge to the future of public services after COVID, most importantly, where the money is going to come from to run the transport system, with fares going to be substantially lower in future, fare income lower in the future than in the past. So London does matter, but in terms of telling us about the future of British politics, we'll have to look beyond the London boundary in this particular set of elections.